Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Natasya Ramadhani. I'm from the Electrical Engineering Department, State Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. I study in the conversion class with Garuda Maintenance Facility AirAsia, the Electrical Avionic program. Today, I'm going to present to you a presentation about the APU materials. So, have yourself comfortable and enjoy the video! There are lots of components in the aircraft, and each of them has its own pivotal role in operating the aircraft system. Auxiliary Power Unit, or abbreviated as APU, is one of the most important parts of an aircraft. APU serves as an additional power source normally used to start the main engine on a plane. In order to comprehend a lot more about APU, it is necessary to know its function, appearance, part or section, location, and work procedure. To begin with, APU acts as a power source that provides electrical power to aircraft system. It provides the electrical power and pneumatic power that are used to start the main engine of an aircraft. The APU also operates onboard lighting, galley electrics, and cockpit avionics while the aircraft is parked at the gate. Moreover, if the APU is certified for use in flight, the APU can be used in the emergency events such as the loss of an engine generator, and it can also be used as a source of bleed air if the bleed air from the aircraft's engine is not working. In addition, APU is often known as a small turbine engine. Although it is known as a small turbine engine because it is compared to the aircraft's engine, the size of an APU is still considerably quite large. It doesn't really visible if you look at the APU from the outside of the aircraft. However, it looks sophisticated when you observe the APU directly without something covering it. Inside of the APU, there are so many electrical components as well as mechanical components. Because of its size, the weight of an APU is very heavy. Next, APU consists of three main parts or section. The first part is power section. The power section is the gas generator portion of the engine and it produces all of the shaft power for the APU. The second section is load compressor. It is generally a shaft-mounted compressor that provides pneumatic power for the aircraft, and some APUs can also extract bleed air from the power section compressor. Last, the gearbox section has a function to transfer power from the engine's main shaft to an oil-cooled generator for electrical power. Furthermore, APU is installed near the rear of the fuselage. In other words, APU is located on the tail of an aircraft. The exhaust shape of the APU is look like a cone with a hole on it. An APU emits smoke or hot air from the exhaust that can be seen from the reflection of light passing through the hot air. Moreover, the APU of an aircraft is started electrically using a battery. The air is then bled into the air distribution system to the main engines. Then, the APU starter motor is engaged and disengaged automatically as part of the starting system. Referring to the schematic diagram, a centrifugal switch connected to the APU shaft controls the start sequence via three sets of contacts that operate at 35%, 95%, and 110% of maximum speed. Next, the starter motor is connected to the electrical supply through the start relay. In order to know the sign of starting sequence, it can be seen through the green annunciator light on the control panel. The low-pressure fuel pump motor is connected to the power supply via the fuel solenoid holding relay, or FSHR. When the oil loop pump builds up sufficient pressure, this closes a switch that provides a retaining supply for the FSHR. The high-pressure fuel shut-off valve is then open, allowing the fuel to be delivered under pressure into the APU. Consequently, the APU continues to accelerate. At 35% engine speed, the start and control relays open, also the starter motor is disengaged, and the start light is switched off. When it reaches 95% of maximum speed, the contacts are open, and the ignition is switched off. Finally, the APU start sequence is now completed and the engine runs constantly at 100% RPM or revolutions per minute. In conclusion, it is truly magnificent to know one of the most important parts of an aircraft, the APU. It has so many functions that can support either primary or subsidiary electrical power source on the aircraft, and we can also witness the sophisticated appearance it has, as well as the parts and position of the APU itself that allows us to know how this instrument works. Well, that is the end of my presentation. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.